What is happening in the greater Seattle real estate market?
Welcome to February 2023 Market Update. Today we are going to look at the latest numbers ending in January and the current market conditions so you are in the know.
If you missed last week's video, we covered our 2023 real estate market predictions to help give you an idea of what you can expect this year for the real estate market, so be sure to check that out.
Also, be sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss our helpful tips. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, you can be empowered in today's market when you have the right information.
The numbers don't lie. Let's dive right into the data. When you look at the number of new listings coming on the market in January of 2023, from a year-over-year perspective, you see a decrease.
However, when looking at the month-over-month numbers, we're seeing an increase in inventory, at least double or more than December's numbers across our region. A big jump in inventory from December to January is normal as many owners wait until after the holidays to list. This increase will help to provide buyers with more options along with interest rates improving.
Yeah, this is good news as we are still at a deficit for available new homes for sale. For the year-over-year numbers, Snohomish County saw a 12.8% decrease in inventory. King County saw an 8.1% decrease, and the city of Seattle saw a nearly 2% decrease of new listings come on the market versus this same time 1 year ago.
On the flip side, across our region, the time it takes to get a home sold has continued to increase. In King and Snohomish counties, it's more than double the amount of time from last year, which is what we would expect given the current market conditions.
For example, in Snohomish County, the average time it took to sell a home in January of 2022 was only 14 days. In January 2023, it took 45 days. For King County, the average was 17 days last year and 45 days this January. And in Seattle, the average days on market was 21 last year versus 40 days this year.
Let's talk about the sales price to list price ratio, which tells us how much above or below the list price homes are selling for on average. In Snohomish County, homes went from selling for 5.8% above the asking price to selling for 1.4% below the asking price year over year.
For King County, homes went for selling for nearly 6% above the list price to nearly 2.2% below the list price year over year. And in Seattle, homes went for selling for 2.6% above the list price to 1.6% below the list price.
When looking at the month-over-month ratios, we are seeing a negligible change, which is better than seeing a more significant decrease. So holding steady is actually good news. Okay, let's talk home values. In Snohomish County, the median sales price went down from $700,000 to $695,000 year over year. That's a decrease of just over 0.5%.
For King County, the median sales price increased slightly from $794,000 to $800,000 year over year. And in Seattle, the median sales price is actually up from $780,000 to $803,000 year over year, which is an increase of 2.9%.
So we are seeing the current home values around what they were just 1 year ago, which is a trend that we expect to see throughout 2023. To check out our 2023 market predictions, click this link here. Let's summarize what these numbers mean and go over our tips for both buyers and sellers.
But first, if you like this type of content, be sure to click the subscribe and like buttons so you can stay in the know. And please give us a call or shoot us a text with your real estate needs.
Here is the summary of the market. First, we have a somewhat balanced market between both buyers and sellers. Currently, neither has the clear upper hand. Of course, with rates a lot higher than they were just 1 year ago, fewer buyers can afford a home. However, because we still have low inventory, along with continued demand, it's also keeping prices relatively high.
Also, prices are relatively stable, but sellers may need to adjust their price down when selling. Most sellers are having to reduce their price around 1.5% to 2%, but this isn't a huge haircut historically speaking. Again, this is a normal market. We got so used to everything selling for way above the asking price that we forgot that homes often sell for less than the asking price.
The average days on market to sell a home is 6 weeks. This sounds like a lot, but this too is normal, historically speaking. It's also interesting to point out that about 1/3 of the homes are selling quickly in a matter of just a few days. Others are taking months to sell, so this skews the average.
Here's an interesting question. What would move the market further down? For one, if we have a significant number of job layoffs and a deep recession. This in turn could cause homeowners to be forced to sell. Just keep in mind that not all recessions mean that housing prices will go down.
Also, if rates went higher like 8% or more, this would be detrimental to housing prices as even more buyers would have their affordability diminished. So, what's our advice for buyers?
Well, this is going to depend. If you feel that the market is going to crash this year, then waiting to buy a home could be in your best interest. But if you're like us and you don't expect a crash, then you probably want to find a home sooner versus later. As rates are likely to come down this year and next year, more buyers will enter the market. And if you're a buyer, you don't want that extra pressure and competition to drive the prices up.
Also, make sure you have your ducks in a row. When you find a home that's competitively priced, you could face multiple offers. Yes, even in this market, it happens more than you might think. So be sure you're making a clean offer that's strategic. How about you sellers?
Well, we said this in last month's market update, and it bears repeating. Every detail of your home matters. Buyers are willing to pay for homes that are clean, that are move-in ready, and that show well.
Make sure that you listen to the market and adjust according to the feedback. This is real-time, valuable information, so pay close attention to it and make sure that you get weekly updates from your real estate agent.
And we almost always recommend that sellers procure a home inspection before listing their property. This gives the seller an advantage and alleviates a lot of risk when negotiating. There are several other strategies that we're happy to share. If you're interested, please reach out.
So, what do you think of the latest market update and numbers? Where are we headed this year? We would love to hear from you in the comments below.
For a more in-depth look at our market predictions, be sure to check out our 2023 market forecast linked here. See you soon.